So in this video, we're going to break down the first part of the Sun Salutation. Actually, the opening and the closing of the Sun Salutation. This is part one. Part two will break down the Vinyasa. So part one first. So the first thing we do in the Sun Salutation is we find our mountain pose. So feet are together or hip distance, whatever is feeling right to you. And then you want to just take a second and balance your weight evenly, front to back, side to side. Find that place where your weight is balanced evenly. And roll your shoulders back and down. And just take some nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. And as you inhale, imagine you're breathing in up the front of your body, lifting up on your quads. Belly button goes in and up, sternum up, crown of your head up. And as you exhale, you're breathing out down the back of your body. Shoulders go back and down. Tailbone points down towards the floor. So that's a great place to start. Just find that mountain pose and take some deep breaths. The next thing we do is take a deep breath in and reach up. So let's try that. Take a nice deep breath in, reach your arms up over your head. Get tall in the center of your body. And then exhale back down. Inhale up, get tall. You can drop your head back if you like, if that feels good. Or not, either way. And then one more time, inhale, reach up. And exhale down. Now, one of the things that happens as we reach up, a lot of times we're reaching up from our shoulders. So it looks like this. Shoulders shrug up, and then our arms reach up. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of letting those shoulders do all the work, creating more tension in shoulders, creating more tension in your neck, we're going to let your chest in on it. So here's how we're going to do that. Open your palms out to the sides. Shoulders retract a little bit of a squeeze there. You're going to keep them back there and just scoop your arms forward underneath your chest to bring your pinkies to touch. And just do that a couple times and double check. This is a good one to do with a mirror. Double check that your shoulders aren't going up. So watch for that. Don't let those shoulders go up. Keep them down. Also, check yourself out from a profile view and make sure your shoulders aren't going forward. They stay exactly where they are. So shoulders stay retracted, stay depressed, and you'll feel your biceps and your chest working. And that's what you want. So now when you take that deep breath in, think of lifting your sternum first. So you come up this way and reach up. A little bit different than letting your shoulders come up first. Sternum comes up first. And that's going to put your shoulders in a really great spot too. So after we take that deep breath in, the next thing we're going to do is hinge down into a forward fold. So before we do that, we're going to work the good mornings a little bit. This is also not a yoga thing. I'm borrowing this from weightlifting. Make fists and pull your fists in real close like you're trying to put them in your armpits. Shoulders back and down. Retract, depress. And imagine you're trying to squeeze your elbows together behind your lower back. We're going to hinge forward. Just a little hinge. You're going to move your spine as one unit, one piece, from your tailbone to the crown of your head, just hinging around your hips. Your knees are going to stay over your ankles. Your shins are vertical. So it's not push your butt back and keep your legs locked out, because now my knees are behind my ankles. My knees are going to stay over my ankles, shins vertical, so that this hinge is happening from here to here. So that's your hinge. Now the other thing that happens in that hinge is if you go past where your hamstrings will let you, if your hamstrings are kind of tight, they'll stop you somewhere on that hinge. And if you try to keep going, you're going to end up bending, rounding in your back. And we don't want to do that. So really pay attention to when your hamstrings tell you to stop in that hinge. Finally, because our balance center is right up here, what we tend to do when we go forward is look forward. We're trying to keep our head level so that we feel balanced. But what we're going to do is not bend the neck. That's the top of your spine. Your spine goes all the way up to here. So imagine when you're standing up top, imagine you've just put on a neck brace and you can't bend the top of your spine. So there's that good morning. Hinging at your hips, moving from your tailbone to the crown of your head, all is one piece, knees over ankles. So here's how that good morning fits in to the sun salutation. We start with that nice deep breath in, reaching up. We exhale, and we're going to swan dive down. There's that hinge. Except we're going to go a little past where your hamstrings want to go. In order to do that, you bend your knees. So it's a little hinge, a little squat. We're going to put stomach on thighs, chest on knees, and look, we're rounding and tucking in. So that's going to be our forward fold. That's how we're going to get in. The next thing that happens is a half lift. Deep breath in. You're going to reach the crown of your head away from your tailbone. And then you're going to exhale back down into that forward fold. Now here's the other hinge coming out of the forward fold. Bend your knees to get that long flat back. And then you're unfolding from your knees and your hips. A reverse swan dive. Reach up at the top and then you're back in your mountain pose. So here's what the whole thing looks like together. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge, swan dive down. Forward fold, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Tuck your cheeks in towards your shins. Reach the crown of your head down towards the tops of your feet. That probably sounds really funny on the microphone. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to get that long flat back. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up. And exhale, back into your mountain pose. So in getting into and out of that forward fold with a hinge, we're protecting your lower back. Let's try it again. Find your mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. And then exhale, mountain pose. That's part one.